Psst. Hey, Ransom.
What?
I thought of something funny. You want to hear it?
Are you fucking serious right now?
It's something funnier than 24.
Oh my fucking god. Please shut the fuck up.
You want to hear it?
No, what the
25.
Hi, welcome to the Flaccid Entertainment Podcast. Today is,
Hi, welcome all you Minecraft worshippers out there.
Today's a not so special episode, no guests or anything, but this is gonna be the Squid Game Spoilercast, so...
Yeah, so if you watch Squid Games, maybe don't listen to this.
If you watch Squid Game, you're just like the VIPs! I fucking hate those theories and shit.
What theories?
I've been seeing people being like, oh my god, we're just like the VIPs. We're watching these people die just for our own enjoyment. Like,
I have not seen that.
yeah, that's just stupid.
I'm not surprised.
Like, there's so much shit you can analyze and discuss with this show, and that's what you come away with.
You know,
We're the real villains. Fuck you.
The very first, it's a movie. You're not the villain. Anyway,
Show.
Yeah, I meant show. I was trying to think of something. Oh yeah, the first theory, which is something that I didn't want to talk about, so let's just go ahead and get it over with. Gi-hun, that's right. One theory is that he's the son of the old man.
Yeah, I saw that, and... Okay. Well, first I'll just say I don't buy it, but also I want to make a little suggestion here real quick. We can talk about ending spoilers, like I don't care, but the ending twist involving Il-nam, I don't want to discuss that yet, because I have a lot to say about that. I just want to save that and get other things out of the way first. Is that fine?
Are we going to talk about that later?
Yes.
Okay.
I just
later this episode? Or
yes,
later?
yes.
Okay.
I want to save it so I can get other stuff out of the way. Because, like, just the twist itself, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, we can wait. Actually, it's probably a better idea to, like, start at the beginning and then work our way down.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, too.
Yeah.
Because, like, for real, guys, Spoilercast, I don't even want to do a non-spoiler section here. I just want to get into it. So first off, Casey.
Yeah.
How are you on the, how woke are you as far as the anti-capitalist themes of the show go? Do I need to bring you up to speed on any of that?
Yes, go ahead and bring me up to speed.
Are you saying that for you or the audience?
For me. I don't know what capitalism really is.
That's what we live in, with its money-based system.
And it's anti-capitalism because they give you money.
No. So South Korea, as you know, is under quite a similar situation as the US.
I did not know that.
Oh, very much similar.
Okay.
South Korea is the United States too, in many ways. They're very much similar to us. That's why the themes of the show very easy to put our own circumstances on it. Feel the exact same way. Now, the theme of the show is simply capitalism. Did you just fucking look it up?
I did not. I looked up the order of the games.
Okay. Oh yeah.
Yeah. I figured that might be helpful for us.
I made a little cheat sheet for us to help remember the names and the faces and the numbers. And I'm going to put that as the thumbnail. No, not the thumbnail. I'm going to put that as the
image.
As the image for you lovely people. And I think it's kind of funny. Casey was laughing at it earlier at Gi-hun's squished face as well as Ali's.
Yeah, you kind of butchered it, but it.
I could have cropped the pictures to make them normal, but I didn't want to.
I couldn't tell when you told me that you did this. I couldn't tell if you did this on purpose, like the squished face. I couldn't tell if you did that on purpose.
It was definitely on purpose.
Yeah.
Do you like the picture I chose for Ilnam #1?
It's a little bit blurry. Did you just zoom in?
No, his picture I had to fuck with very little.
You can tell you didn't do much to it. Why is he so much brighter than everyone else too? Like, he looks tanner.
That's just from the scene he's in. He's like
yeah, but okay. Can we go over the pronunciation real quick?
Gi-hun.
Yeah.
Sang-woo.
Yep.
Seo-byuk.
Ooh, okay, that's hard.
Il-nam.
Yep.
Ali.
Yeah.
Yeok-soo.
Okay.
Min-yo.
Okay.
Jun-ho.
Okay, I'm gonna butcher that later. But Deok-soo, he's also in the same scene, but he's not as bright. Like his face is just darker.
Oh, Deok-soo.
Deok-soo.
Yeah, no, you can barely tell it's him in that picture.
Or we could just say 101.
If you want to do that, that's fine. But calling people by numbers, something in me just feels a little wrong. Couldn't tell you what.
I
couldn't
have
tell you
no idea why.
No idea.
No.
Hey, Hanukkah's early this month.
Is it?
It's super early, actually. It starts in November. Yeah, that's very rare. But anyway, Squid Game.
Yep.
You know what? Let's talk about the characters first. That's Gi-hun, I think, is a fantastic protagonist, and I love how he becomes more lovable as the series goes on. Because as you remember in the first episode, goddamn, that man is he's trifling.
He is a little baby.
He's a little baby. He's whining. He's constantly fucking up and just being kind of shitty towards people, like his mom and his daughter.
I like how didn't he bet money on the game?
Yes.
Yeah. And he just
stole money from his mom's debit card. I don't know which one. Stole money from it. Bet on a horse race.
What was that game they were playing? The one where they throw down the piece of paper to flip it.
Oh. We need another cheat sheet. But yeah, throwing down.
Yeah. He is unbelievably bad at that game.
Maybe, but also the guy who came to him with it, who was very handsome, like the one who was slapping him. He was really fucking good. The sound design on that part, when that man threw it down, that shit cracked like a whip, bro.
Yeah, I mean, he should be really good at that game. Cause
yeah, I mean, of course they would pick
that's what draws people in, but I just want to talk about how bad he was at that Gi-hun, how
could
bad.
You be any better?
I feel like I could, because he got slapped a good 30 times. Like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, his face was red as hell.
Yeah.
I'd like to try that game.
We'd have to make the paper. Well, you would have to make the paper.
I bet you they're selling it now.
I can't make that paper.
Also,
I have sensitive skin.
I didn't put characters like the front man and stuff, because you know who the front man is. You don't need a reminder. Polygon face.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I guess that leads us to move on to Sang-woo.
Real quick, let me say, Gi-hun, really fucking good protagonist, man. You really root for him by the end.
You do, yeah.
You're also really afraid that he's gonna be a false protagonist.
In the beginning, I didn't care about him.
How often did you think he was actually gonna die?
A lot.
And that, like, Seo-byuk was gonna be the true protagonist or something?
I mean, I knew Gi-hun was the protagonist.
But how often did you really fucking think he was gonna die? And
It's really close. I was just wondering if they would actually do that or not.
And good on the show for making me think that.
Yeah.
So Sang-woo.
Yeah.
Amazing antagonist, rather late game antagonist. Because
would you consider him late game though?
Yes, because right when Deok-soo is out of the picture, that's when Sang-woo comes in with the real villainy, you know?
Yeah, but he was a villain before then.
But it was a slow turn up. His real heel turn is, of course, when he kills Ali.
Yeah.
That's where it starts.
That's where it starts.
That's where it's cemented, I'll say.
But I mean,
he didn't.
Okay, during the honeycomb one.
He knew, but he didn't tell anyone.
Knew.
He knew, and he chose the fucking triangle or square, right? Whichever was the easiest one.
I believe he chose the triangle.
One of those two is the easiest.
Yeah. It doesn't matter because they're both pretty easy, I would assume.
Yeah.
He hesitated whenever 456 Gihun.
Okay.
Gihun. Yeah, I'm very bad with names. He hesitated whenever Gihun picked the umbrella.
He was gonna say something, but decided not to.
And how Gihun didn't pick up on that, beyond me.
Oh, Gihun kind of stupid.
He
No,
is.
let's be real here. Gihun's stupid.
Because he literally said, "Are you sure?"
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Just...
Gihun's stupid, but not the stupidest.
No. I don't think he is.
But
the
he's
stupidest.
not. So, I fucking love how often Gihun was telling everyone that Songwoo graduated top of his class and shit. And that made Songwoo uncomfortable every time.
It made me uncomfortable watching it. Why was he so proud for him?
I don't know, but it was so funny. And I want to talk about real quick. Gihun and Songwoo are their final two contestants, right?
Yeah.
And I think that's very fitting. Because you would think that they're opposite sides of the spectrum, right? Gihun's the failure. Songwoo graduated top of his class. Businessman, successful.
Not successful. He wouldn't be there if he was successful.
They are opposites in like upbringing and how successful they were beforehand. Because at a point, Songwoo was doing very well. But at the end, under capitalism, under this game, Casey, where if you fail at this game, if you fail at this system, you just die. Follow the rules, forehead. That's all it takes. Just do it right, and you win. You get money. That's some of the anti-capitalist themes going on here. But the fact that it's the two of them, they're in the same fucking spot. One of them is a failure, dumbass, stupid, useless, redundant. And Songwoo, successful, businessman, graduated top of his class. And yet here we are, both of them in the exact same spot. And I think that's really fucking good. That's really poetic. That they're both here, at the end, same spot. Because that's what happens to people. That's what happens to people under capitalism, you know?
Also,
It just takes one fuck up, really.
when you're really... So, in the beginning, we were led to believe that Songwoo had a lot of money. Right?
Yes.
Like a lot of money.
Mm-hmm.
When you have a lot of money, usually you'd help your friends out if you have that much.
Mm-hmm.
I think that goes to show that Ji-hoon and Songwoo weren't really friends. Because, did you see where they lived?
Yeah.
And how they were?
Mm-hmm.
They were not well off.
And you know, you say that. Remember, Gi-hun, he had no money, but every time he got money, he was sharing it with people.
Yes.
Until the end. But then a year later, he did share. After he dyed his hair red. Can we talk about the red hair dye? It
Yeah.
looked really bad.
It did.
It looked so fucking bad.
I think that was on purpose.
Okay. I've seen two...
Because he was being impulsive. He's trying to get out of this depressed
Yes.
state that he's in. So it was just an impulsive move. He didn't think about it, he just did it.
I've seen people say that the color red represents control in this show.
Mm.
You know, at the beginning,
Well,
when he's playing the game with the guy, where you have to flip the card or whatever, he picked blue, and the guy picked red. The guy was in control. The guards are dressed in red.
red light, green light. They control them by stopping them in red light.
And so people are
And shoot.
saying Gi-hun dyeing his hair red is representative of him taking control of his life. Which I think that's correct. I think that's what that means.
You know, I can see that. I'm very bad at noticing stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a very literal
Well,
person.
J and C and I, we thought it meant communism.
Ah, that's...
Which, that's just stupid on us, I'll be fair.
What kind of system would that be
What?
that they have? Just like there's a group there's a large sum of money on the line, and they just want to give it to one person, but people have to die.
Capitalism.
That's capitalism.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know, billionaires, they don't get there by not stepping on some heads.
Elon Musk,
Jeffrey Bezos. Yeah, that's right. Shout outs.
Donald Trump.
Hey, come on the podcast.
Uh-huh.
I don't want to look at you. You disgust me. Especially Elon Musk, because his face looks strange.
No, but like if they actually came on the podcast, you know how many more views we'd get?
I don't care.
I do.
I'm doing this for me.
I want a career.
We'll see when we get the capture card, which unfortunately arrives fucking tomorrow.
Yeah. The one day we hang out, it's the day after.
Checks email. Uh-oh. But hey. Oh, speaking of which, I've got some name ideas for, so when we play a fighting game, we can call that Flaccid Footsies. When we play a party game, we can call that Flaccid Festivities.
Flaccid Footsie.
Flaccid Footsies.
It sounds much worse.
I didn't want to do Flaccid Fisticuffs because that's already been used a lot. The term fisticuffs.
I don't know, something about the word flaccid and footsies just gets to me.
Oh, come on.
It gets to me.
Iconic.
Okay.
I think we're gonna drop the Flaccid name one day. Because the more I think about it, the more I'm embarrassed.
I would not tell my parents.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So...
Unless we just, like, made a ton of money from it. Because at that point, I would be more proud of it.
Yeah.
I'd be like, yeah, we have this. It has a terrible name.
But we get money from it, so
but
who cares?
We get hella money. Yeah.
But do you think...
know, I tried to use the word hella there, and I've never used it before. And I don't think I'll ever use it again.
Okay. Do you think we're denying ourselves sponsors because of the name?
We have 20 views right now.
No, but in the future, far in the future, if we get to a view count where we could then start to get like sponsors and advertisements, do you think they would look at the name and go, maybe not?
Yes. I believe that there are some companies out there that just they care too much about their image.
Yeah. You know, maybe Manscaped wouldn't care.
I don't think they would.
Hey, Manscaped.
Have you seen some of their adverts?
Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, Manscaped. I genuinely love you guys, and I need your razors. Send us some, and I will easily do an ad read for that.
I'm gonna be honest. I would be happy to do that if I got free razors, because oh my god, are they expensive?
Oh yeah. No, like actually,
We're a bit off topic.
I would absolutely shill for Manscaped.
We are a bit off topic.
So say beyond.
Yeah.
First of all, so this was her first acting job. Can you believe that?
Yeah, because she's a model.
She's a model.
Yeah.
And no fucking kidding, she's gorgeous.
Yes, insanely gorgeous.
Yeah.
I love her hair. The short hair fits her nice.
Yes, she looks. But man, acting, keep doing it, please. You're amazing at it.
Yes, she is.
Tragic character.
I was upset when she died.
100% upset as hell. That was awful.
She got so far. I wanted her to be in the top 2.
Yeah, I mean, we all...
Now, story-wise, they did the right thing.
No, yeah, it makes sense.
But who I wanted her to be in the top 2.
I would have been fine with her winning.
I would too, yes. Because she would have actually used the money that she won.
Yeah, for a good thing. And it took Gi-hun a year to do that. Although...
How long did it take him to get the child situated? Her brother.
1 year.
Yeah. That's fucked up.
Gi-hun was already traumatized at the beginning of the show. I'm sure this didn't help. Also, they did do a good job at justifying Gi-hun's horrible situation, because my man watched his friend die during a union bust.
And then he came home for his mom to be dead.
That's after the Squid Game, but yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you're right. That would help justify the year gap, too.
Yeah. But also, that's a long time. For that little kid to just sit there not knowing what happened to his sister.
Yeah. Do you think he ever told Song-woo's mom?
No. Just because I know how he is, I don't feel like he'd have the courage to tell his mom he was dead.
Maybe so.
Because he just doesn't seem brave enough.
Mm-hmm.
Which is funny considering he put himself through life-threatening games.
Yeah.
That he wouldn't do. That one thing.
Thinking about Sae-byeok and how she died. I remember. Did you know every character death is teased in episode 2?
Is it?
Yeah. So Song-woo, in episode 2, you remember he's in a bathtub drenched in a suit. How does he die? Drenched in the rain in a suit. Sae-byeok, she gets a knife in the neck. And what does she do in episode 2? She has a knife to a man's neck, remember?
Mm-hmm.
Deok-soo jumps off a bridge, running from his mafia yakuza buddies. I don't know what they're called in Korea.
And then
he falls up.
Yeah, he falls.
What was Ali doing? Oh yeah, he just runs away.
He borrows money and then goes back to his home. Right?
He steals the money, just like how his marbles got stolen.
He didn't steal the money.
He nabs the money.
No, didn't Sang-woo give him money for like a cab and
No.
Stuff?
Like Sang-woo stole his marbles. And remember, Ali, he went to his job. They weren't giving him the money, and in a tussle, the man's hand got caught in the thing. Yeah.
Yes. That caught me off guard?
Yeah, God, that made me jump.
I did not expect that. That was off-putting.
I watched the first 3 episodes with my parents.
And nobody stopped him.
Yeah. Okay, his boss was a dickhead, though.
Fair, yes.
But still, that shit's rough.
Yeah.
I want to say, I watched the first 3 episodes with my parents, who are of older age, 60s.
Have they finished it?
No. And I want to say, we started on the dub, and it was so bad, Casey, that my mom went, can we put it on subtitles?
Yeah, I watched the dub.
Casey watched the dub, everybody. How did you do that?
I can't read.
You cannot read. Okay.
I can read.
No, canon. Casey can't read. Never learned how.
I can read a little bit.
You do have dyslexia, so.
I do.
But yeah, not English dub though.
Not severe, but it is.
But it's there.
It's there. Yeah, it was not as. I will say it was not as intense or as emotional as the sub would have been. But yeah, it was fine enough to watch.
My friends and I skipped around on the dub to find key moments.
If the show was not as good as it was, I couldn't have done it.
You remember Deok-soo's friend, the like chubby-faced guy who he had to play marbles with?
Barely.
His dub voice was goddamn perfect. That man said, okay, no, I don't wanna, with the marbles, Deok-soo was like, hey, no, come on, just change games with me. He was like, no. It was amazing.
I do remember that. It was pretty good. Okay, I guess we're gonna just jump ahead to that, because I want to talk about it, because I'll forget. How did Deok-soo convince...
Yeah, what the fuck was that?
Yeah, like, he clearly lost, the guard? And then he convinced the guard by just saying, like, hey, he had an advantage during that game, or something. Didn't he say that? He said,
like, it's unfair. He got to choose. When do I get to choose? Or something like that.
I feel like that would not have worked.
Yeah.
Like, if this were the actual...
Do you think it's because he pleaded towards fairness, and that's the big thing about...
Maybe, but it's funny that the guard would call a shot on that.
I have an idea. Maybe the VIPs like Deok-soo because he's very dramatic, and the guard knew about that. And was like,
you think that they have partial favoritism?
Yeah.
So like, it's as fair as that they can make it, but since the VIPs are funding all of it, and they basically just, if they don't like something, they can adjust it.
You see, under the billionaires in this system, in this game, they actually control a lot, Casey.
I was repulsed when I saw that VIP's body.
Oh yeah, he had the.
What was it, a cougar?
Do you remember? I know who you're
lion?
talking about. The one, Junho, the cop, he grabbed his balls.
Yeah, just when I saw his body, I was...
He's got one of those
just-
bodies.
It was so nasty.
Do you remember in Nathan For You, the guy who got in the hot dog suit? Naked? He had that kind of body.
Actually, his was better. The hot dog suit
I
guys
agree.
was better.
But it gave you similar vibes.
And that... Nobody is going to know what we're talking about there, though. Because
People
how
watch
many...
Nathan For You.
Not that many
Not
people.
many. That's a shame. More people should watch
They
it.
should. Top.
Nathan For You, sponsor us.
Please.
I don't think they even make that show anymore.
I don't think they do.
Before we move on to Ilnam, I want to talk about the VIPs real quick. First of all, in the dub, were they dubbed or... Because they spoke English in the Korean version.
No, they were not dubbed over. They still spoke their voices.
Okay, they sounded fucking weird, right?
There was one guy who I could not understand what he was saying. I think he was German, maybe. Or Russian. I could not
Was
understand.
it just accents or was it Koreans? What? I have no idea what was going on.
Know. I mean, the American guy sounded American.
Yeah, but he sounded fucking insane. They sounded insane, bro. That was ridiculous. Also, they were so not funny. It was hilarious. They made them so not goddamn funny with the 69 jokes and stuff.
That was definitely on purpose.
They made them... Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
They made them so hateable. Good job. Good fucking job.
I choose 69. Oh, why?
It's such a beautiful number.
It's so bad.
I'll go with 96. Why do you favor 96? Well, if I can't choose 69, might as well choose 96. I'm gonna put a fucking laugh track over that. I need to download a laugh track.
Okay,
So Ilnam, the old man,
yeah.
he was my favorite character, bro. In the first 4
Dude.
episodes?
He was not my favorite in the
4?
first one.
4. No, 6, right?
You could...
6.
I don't know if you could, but I definitely noticed something was off of him.
Oh, at
off
first?
with him
I
when
had
they
a
played.
feeling.
Yeah, I had a feeling on Red Light, Green Light.
Mm-hmm.
Before then, I was just like, okay, he's just some old man. But during Red Light, Green Light, I was like, something's off. He was the
Mhm.
first one to move. He was happy and smiling.
I just thought he was a Chad.
I thought, genuinely what I thought is he has played this before.
That's what C thought. He was like, he thinks he's a returning player.
Yeah, that's what it seems like because
Mhm.
like he seemed like he knew what was going on. He did, but that wasn't the reason why.
By the way, did you look back at all the hints that towards Ilnam's true identity?
I didn't really look.
There's a
back.
bunch of them. I'll warn you.
Are you talking about like how each game
He knew exactly what to do.
he knew exactly what to do, and it had something to do with his childhood?
Yep.
Yeah.
But there's more than that. There's shots from the doll's perspective during Red Light, Green Light. When that's there, Ilnam is a different color than everyone else. Everyone's highlighted like green, and
No,
he's highlighted red.
No, he wasn't highlighted at all.
Or something like that, yeah.
Yeah, he had no highlight at all. That's
So-
because nobody was watching.
There's a specific shot where you can see he looks different than everyone else.
Also,
Mm-hmm.
they had one guard watching per person.
Yeah, that's crazy, right?
Yeah.
They had a lot. They did have a lot of guards.
Yeah, they watched.
By the way, guards are representative for police.
We should talk about the guards after them
Ilnam.
because they're interesting.
Yeah, lot to talk about with them. But Ilnam, okay, other hints. When the riot was going on in the bedroom, the fight stopped when he got up and started playing for it too. He got up on like the
Okay.
top bunk and was
But
like,
here's
"Stop
the-
this madness!"
here's
And the
the
front
thing.
man immediately stopped.
Yeah, but here's the thing. When he did that, for one, that was risky.
And he was also missing the
But-
entire time.
Yeah, but he has no control over the players. So when he said that, he was just taking a shot. He had no control over them.
but he was missing the entire time, so I think he just wasn't there and then came back in with, like, protection while no one could see.
No, I definitely believe he left with protection.
Yeah. What else? Apparently, during Tug of War, he's not handcuffed to the rope.
I did see that, yes.
You saw that? I didn't see that.
No, I didn't see it when I was watching. But when people brought it up, and they did when they were going down the line, and they showed him at the back, he didn't... It's kind of a toss-up. He didn't look like he had on shackles.
God, he was in the back of the line, too. He would have had an opportunity to, like, realize.
Yeah.
Also, he got out of the game before the death bridge, because, like, there's no fucking way he could have done that risk-free.
Yeah. Also, I think, like, during the Tug of War game, if he actually had went over the edge, and if he was shackled, I don't think they would have cut the rope. They wouldn't have cut the rope,
but then their whole thing would have been exposed.
Maybe.
They have a trampoline at the bottom for him.
I'm sure they could have done something to explain why they did that, but yeah, they definitely wouldn't have cut the rope because they can't get rid of a VIP.
So,
also,
I think that's all I have to say about Ilnam until we get to the twist.
Yeah, that's what I want to talk about with Ilnam mostly.
Okay, that's the most there is to talk about, but I think that'll take up quite a bit of time.
We're already 31 minutes in.
Good. So you said you want to talk about the guards. And you know what, let's throw Junho in there too. Because he's the most related to the guards. It's from his perspective we learn about them.
So, yeah, the guards, what the fuck is wrong with them? What did they do to them?
There's a theory that when the man recruits you, if you choose the red play card thing, you become a guard.
I don't buy that.
I don't buy it either. But, no, the guards do seem to be kind of under control, you know? Like, they seem to be not... they don't have that much free will either.
But here's the thing, they have no emotion. Very little.
But are they just told to be that way, you know?
They're killing people. You can't just tell someone to be okay with murder.
They are very strange.
Something is wrong with them.
You think something's just actually up with everyone who's a guard?
Yeah, so what I'm thinking is that two things. One, which this would be really fucked up if it's true, they raised them, like, not there, but they raised them to be that way.
Oh my god.
Because how else are you going to get someone to have no emotion? The only other way that I could think of is trauma. Some type of, like, trauma. They threaten them so much for so long that they just have no emotion anymore.
So the front man, Junho's brother.
Yeah.
When Junho's looking at the records of the Squid Game, he sees that his brother was a winner of a year. So obviously...
So the front man actually won?
He won a game. Back in, like, 95 or something.
And they brought him back.
I wonder if he went back...
I feel like that's going to be addressed in the second season.
If there is one. I don't know if I want.
I'm pretty sure they confirmed second season.
They haven't confirmed it yet. It's just the show's made a lot of money. So...
Okay, well, I do want a second season.
I just don't know if I need any more story.
I want explanations on some stuff.
I don't need explanations on things to be satisfied, you know? But so long as they're satisfying, I'm fine. You know,
Well, they did really good with the first one. So I'm willing to bet they're going to do really good with the second one if they choose to do a second one.
Let's hope so.
Well, now we both know they're not going to do very good on the Americanized version.
No. Although I will say, and listen closely, I do hate that they're making an American version of this show. I genuinely hate it. However, I would love to play an extra in this show. You know that'd be really fucking fun.
Yes, it would.
That'd be super fun.
I would also love that. I do hate that they're making an American version.
Yeah, you know they're gonna bastardize it.
They will.
They're gonna ruin it.
Anytime something like that happens, they always ruin it.
But please put squibs on my chest and let me pretend to die in red light, green light. Like, come on, that's just fun.
That would be fun.
Okay.
Well, here's the thing.
Yeah.
Are they gonna remake it with the same games?
I think it'll be... God, what if they choose, like, American Playground games? That'd be stupid.
Well, like, Squid Game is not relatable to us at all.
Is Squid Game a real game?
I don't know.
I don't actually know if that's real.
They could have made it up, actually. Well...
So, we don't do the cookie thing.
Red light, green light.
We have that.
Yeah, we did that.
Which, they're not actually playing red light, green light. It's their own thing. It has to do with the song. But it's close enough to where we just call it red light, green light.
Honeycomb, we didn't do. We can't really relate to that much.
No.
Tug of War, we definitely
have that.
Marbles.
They literally said make your own game.
Yeah. There's a lot of games you can play with marbles, though.
Except, I think they'd probably do something like jacks.
What happens if you tie during your game with marbles?
Go again, I guess.
But what if you tie when time runs out?
You both die.
Do you? Did I say that?
Uh-huh.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that one was...
Is the mic still picking me up fine? Blah, 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 blah.
It looks like it is, but I can't
really tell. No, I'm just making sure.
But, I feel like Marbles is the worst of them all. Because you paired up... Well, most people paired up with their friends.
Dude, that husband and wife, that was killer.
I couldn't have done that. If it was me and my wife, I could not have choose.
Yeah. That was awful.
And I do not blame that man for killing himself.
No, not at all.
Because, like, you killed your wife.
Mm-hmm.
I would have just rather die with my wife there than choose between the two of us.
Mm-hmm. Do you think his wife, when she lost, she told him, like, you should kill yourself now?
Also...
I'm referencing Low Tier God.
Nobody even tried to take any of the guns away from any of the guards. So during Marbles...
Yeah, they did.
Did they?
Mm-hmm.
When?
After game 2.
Did they?
Yeah. A guy, after the honeycombs, dude grabbed a gun, and he was threatening the guards.
Oh.
Yeah, you remember.
Yeah, I do. I forgot about that.
And then he told one of them to take his mask off.
Let me rephrase. There wasn't like a group riot where they tried to take the guns away from them.
Yeah,
it was just one person.
I gotta wonder if that would work.
I feel like it would, because there's a lot of people there.
Yeah.
And yeah, people are gonna die, but they're probably gonna die anyway, so why not at least try?
See, now you're thinking like a comrade.
And Marbles, I feel like, would be the best opportunity.
Yeah, the guards were really
that.
spread out.
Guards were spread out. It was only one guard per group. I'm sure they had snipers, but like you got a lot of coverage there.
Yeah, maybe worth a shot.
And also, like, if any game were going to motivate them to do it, that would be the one.
Yeah. They really glossed over the fact that some guards just necrophiled a woman. Some guards just straight up said, "We had sex with her corpse."
Yeah, they did leave that.
We took turns fucking her. That's what they said, and they just didn't address it.
Was he saying that to save his life, or did he actually do it?
Oh, I'm sure they actually did it.
Man.
And I'm sure the rich people don't care.
Oh no, the rich people definitely don't care.
They don't care. The things allowed within the enforcement of violence, the police force.
Here's what gets me. Like, there are so many cameras.
Yeah, no kidding, yeah.
I feel like there's no possible way they could have gotten away with that. Like, sneaking around, there's no way. Too many cameras.
I don't think they cared.
There was one guard working with them on the camera. Like, they showed him, and like he would reverse the playback on it.
Yeah.
And he was working with them, but I don't feel like that's enough. Not just one guard. Because there was like hundreds.
Oh, speaking of cops, Junho. He's a good cop.
He is. He's extremely brave.
He's a good cop. The fabled good cop. The good ones out there. You know what happens to good cops?
They die.
They're killed by their own kind.
Yeah.
Loved that.
Is he a little bit stupid though for trying to do all that by himself? He's a detective, actually.
I feel he's a detective, but I feel like maybe he didn't realize just how ridiculous the situation was gonna be.
That's fair, yeah.
He probably didn't think it'd be
when you're
that.
when you're a detective, you just kind of have to go with the flow sometimes. And
he made it.
You definitely can't expect that.
Yeah, he made it really fucking far too.
He did.
He did really good.
He almost got away.
Also, he might be alive.
He could be, yeah.
He just fell off the cliff, you know. So
see, that's one thing I want answered. When I said I want answers, that's one thing I want to know. Is he still alive or not?
Yeah, that'd be a season 2 thing. If they do make a season 2,
I feel like
I'm just gonna say straight away Junho's alive.
Yeah, I feel like there's no reason not to bring him back.
Yeah. So Ali, I don't think there's actually too much to say about him other than he's the most sympathetic character.
Yeah.
I love him.
Poor guy.
Poor guy. And he makes me realize that I think every character here is perfectly used as a tool.
That's true, because after Ali's death, that made me hate Sungwoo.
Ali is shown to be Songwoo. Ali is used for Songwoo's heel turn. Deoksu is the villain before the true villain, Songwoo. Well, Songwoo's not the true villain, but you know. We need people to be scared of during the games, and the people to be scared of are at first Deoksu, who Minyo is there. You know, Minyo 212.
Mm-hmm.
She's really there just to take Deoksu out, huh? That's the purpose she serves in the story.
Well, yes, that's her purpose. She's also interesting.
No, she's very interesting.
She smuggled in cigarettes
through her vagina, which
gross.
Goddamn! Of all the things you could have smuggled in, you know that's the point of that
like,
scene.
For one, gross, but for two, yeah, why cigarettes?
Yeah,
literally anything.
I think I'll.
Although the lighter helped her.
It did. Yeah, it helped her a lot. I think I'll say. I think it shows what Deoksu's fate was eventually gonna be. Like, he was gonna die because someone was gonna be petty enough and mad at him enough to just go for it, you know?
I got it.
Mm-hmm.
How do you say her name? Minyo?
Minyo.
Yeah, so Minyo, the point of her character was to teach people not to fall for bad guys. Don't fall in love with them.
You'll literally fall.
Oh god, that was a bad joke.
Yeah, that was real bad. I'm gonna put some sound effect over that. I don't know what. I need to quit saying this because
you just do it rather than say you're
no,
gonna do it.
Because every time I say it, I'm then committing myself to having to do it.
I mean, you could add sound effects anywhere you want to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, also, how are you guys enjoying the music?
Burp.
Okay.
I didn't time that, but it was well timed.
How are you guys enjoying the music? Leave a comment if
I know I'm grooving to it.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Don't you have no idea what's gonna be played.
I don't. It could be something very racist, and I wouldn't know.
What the fuck? I just got game soundtracks, dude.
I mean, you could play it. Let's move on.
Just put Song of the South for those 10 seconds.
Deoksu.
Yeah,
we'll talk about him now.
Good, scary villain. Very threatening.
I don't like him, but I'm glad they put him in, because, yeah, he was a good character.
Very, very good character for the story.
He is very threatening. He's very big.
Mm-hmm.
He literally murders a guy, and no one really does anything about it.
That's right.
He stole food.
He didn't. Remember, they gave not enough food on purpose to cause a riot, cause a fight.
But didn't he get back into line?
He might have done that, but both cases are true. If that's
okay, so even if he hadn't gotten back into line, there was like one.
There was still not enough.
Maybe more than one, but yeah, there was not enough.
Yeah, what if it was just supposed to be one, and him and all his friends it made it like 8 people no longer able to get food.
I mean, people died anyway, so...
People did die.
Mostly
because of him and his goons.
Why did they riot? That's what gets me.
Because Deok-su was like, fuck it, I'm gonna kill some people.
So the only reason they rioted is because Deok-su wanted to murder.
He thought everyone was gonna come after him, probably. Because of the food stolen.
But it didn't seem like that. It just seemed like he wanted to kill people.
Everyone just knew. Everyone really just knew.
Like, he had people that he wanted to kill, so he just did it. He knew he could get away with it.
Now, I remember. It's because he got in a scuffle with the guy over the food. He killed him. No punishment. So then Deok-su was like, oh, well, I'm just gonna kill everybody.
But no, before that even happened, they were saying there's probably gonna be a riot tonight.
Yeah, because of the food.
Yeah.
Maybe they were saying that because someone died, and they were like, okay, so everyone knows now you can kill people without punishment.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Who's the one that said that there was gonna be a riot?
Just one of the guards.
Well, the guards don't talk.
They were talking in their little cave where they were doing surgery.
No, oh yeah, and then they mentioned it to the doctor.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, and the doctor, I guess,
Yes.
could have spread the word.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe.
Also, the doctor, kind of a scumbag, bro.
Oh yeah. But
Can you blame him?
I don't blame him. Because when you're put in a life or death situation, you're gonna do anything you can to give yourself an advantage, which got him killed in the end, but...
Which is also why you can't really blame Deok-su that much. No, he was a real dick.
He was a real dick.
He didn't have to do all that.
He used Mignon for no reason.
He
really.
used her, he used a bunch of people, really.
Yeah. I mean, the only one I really care about mostly is Mignon.
Yeah,
That he used.
she's like the only named character.
But she's not a bad person. She's just...
No. Like, as you can see with the cigarettes, she has a very addictive personality, as most of these people do.
You know...
I think the only person who didn't was, like, Sae-byeok.
What I like a lot about this show is that in the beginning, you feel like the guards and the game designers, like the VIPs and the main guy over the guards.
Oh, frontman.
Yeah, frontman, him. You feel like that they have control over everything in every situation, and as the series goes on, you slowly start to realize they don't have as much control as you think they do.
Yeah, it's really only the VIPs.
Yeah.
And Il-nam.
Just, it's such a good show.
But, oh, God, yeah, no, I adored this show. I should have said that first. I fucking adored this show.
Yeah, 50 minutes in almost.
The only thing I don't think I really adored was the twist with Il-nam.
I feel like...
I don't think it really adds much.
It does kind of feel like it's thrown in there.
Yeah, it feels like it's there for the sake of a twist.
Yeah.
And I will say... Okay, it makes one moment better. Him voting for everyone to leave during the Democratic vote.
Yeah.
That makes that a lot better, because it's like, oh, yeah,
he doesn't want to play unless other people... Everyone wants to play.
Mm-hmm. And he really wants to see, like, how many people are going to come back.
He really hesitated there for no reason, though.
He probably just had to make it look convincing. You know, he was acting most of that time.
But it would have been convincing either way.
Yeah.
There was no reason for him to hesitate on the button press.
Yeah.
But he did.
He's like, this is like PlayStation.
Unless he was genuinely thinking.
Maybe he was. I don't know.
I feel like that's the only reason he would just stop. Because he was thinking. And he probably realized that he just doesn't want to play if everyone doesn't want to play.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, people are talking about the bet he makes with Gi-hun in the end. And people are like, okay, you know the one I'm talking about, where they're looking at the dying man on the street, and they're like, if someone helps him before midnight, I win, and not, you know what I mean.
Yeah, what was on the line? Was it his money? Something was on the line for that bet.
What was on the line?
It was his money, right? Not the old man's money, the other guy's money. Gi-hun's money.
Was it? I don't remember. Well, either way, people are going, Gi-hun's just watching someone die, from up above. He's become like a VIP. I get how you get that, and I think the staging and the game itself is kind of dumb and weird.
Okay,
but that's not the point the creators are going for with it. They're trying to be like, oh, see, Gi-hun's not the only good guy out there.
I don't feel like he's become like the creators.
He's not.
Because
He's not...
at the very end, he calls them
to threaten them.
Yeah, he wants to plot something against them because he doesn't want this to keep going. So he's not like the VIPs.
If they go forward with a season 2, it's gonna be about Gi-hun causing a revolution.
Yeah, attempting to.
Yeah, like it's not. They're not.
But here's the problem about that. He would have to get the records of every previous winner, and all of those winners would have to be. They would have to be with him, or he would just have to try to convince random people that this is happening.
Mm-hmm. But he has Junho on his side.
If he's alive.
He's gonna be alive.
And they don't know each other.
Okay, but Gi-hun.
So here's my point
mm-hmm.
about Gi-hun plotting a revolution. He would be the only person in that revolution, except if he can actually make it back there, which I don't know how. But if he does, he would have to convince everyone in that game what's happening if he can make it to the people.
Mm-hmm.
And then he would have to get them to revolt. But why would they want to revolt when there's like however much money will be on the line there? Like millions.
Yeah.
It's not in his favor.
It would take some doing, but I think he can do it.
It would be interesting to see how they do that.
Imagine being a tiny child and this strange man with red hair walks up to you saying, hey, I'm gonna give you a new home.
Well, he said that he knew his sister.
I know. Like, goddamn, bro. It looks so bad with the red hair.
Terrible.
It's so funny. Okay, so... Yeah, I really, really do feel like the Il-nam twist is just there to have a twist.
Yeah. It's not that great.
It's the only part of the show that I don't love.
It's like they wrote everything, and then they were like, we want a big twist.
Mm-hmm.
So they put him there. That's kind of what it feels like.
And yeah, like, they did a great job hinting at it during the series. I'm not complaining about that.
I feel like a better twist is that Jun-ho was the brother of the frontman.
It's a very, like, melodramatic twist. It's very, like, soap opera.
I think it's better.
But it's good. It's fine. It makes sense.
Because you don't expect that.
You
just think he's just some detective looking for his brother.
It leaves questions.
I did suspect that his brother was a guard. I didn't expect he was the front man, but I did expect he was like a guard or something. And
by the way, that actor who plays his brother, the front man, he's very famous. Very famous actor. And he's been in many American movies. As you can tell, he speaks English quite well.
Yeah.
He's in G.I. Joe, I think. The movie.
Yeah. Not very memorable to me.
No.
But, speaking on the guards, people like to say the guards were previous winners, and I think we can just throw that away.
Oh, God, no. There's only been like 30 winners or something.
Do we actually know how many?
No. It started in like 85 or something, right?
And also, we're assuming that this only takes place here. When there's like 7 VIPs or something, it definitely happens on each one.
Bro, they're not winners. They are not winners. There's no fucking way.
Wherever they live, I believe they have a facility to do this.
Mm-hmm.
Which, I mean, if that's the case, that could lead to a lot of different...
Yeah. Oh,
yeah.
People were saying they think Il-nam was trying to groom Gi-hun into being his successor. I can agree with that. Leaving him a fortune and stuff, you know.
Especially if he actually is his son, which I
still don't buy.
I'm not saying I do buy that, but I'm just not throwing it away either, because out of all the theories, it's possible. It's one of the more possible ones. But I can see him wanting him to be the successor.
Yeah, no,
I don't see Ji-hun wanting.
Ji-hun choosing to
No. But he has. He only won like $30 million, right?
No, it was way more. It was like 89 million.
Even still, that's not nearly as much as Il-nam has.
God, no.
Like, he has billions.
Possibly a trillion.
Possibly, because this...
Maybe not, but you know.
Well, I mean, this is set in a different world, essentially.
Not that different.
You know what gets me?
What?
About, like, wealth? Like, the wealthiest people in the world? They're not necessarily the wealthiest people. They're the wealthiest people that we know of. But there are definitely people in different countries that are way wealthier than... who's the really wealthy guy?
Bezos?
No, not Bezos. Well, yeah, Bezos is a good example. So Bezos, one of the richest people on Earth, undoubtedly. Is he the richest right now?
I believe so, yeah.
I feel like there are people out there that are richer than him that just can't out themselves. Because they do something very illegal.
Yeah, I get you. That... Maybe.
Which, I mean, this doesn't have anything to do with Squid Games. I'm just saying it's...
So long as we're talking about the rich, we're kind of talking about Squid Games.
Yeah. And maybe, I mean, if I would just want to tie it in, maybe one of the VIPs is one of those people. They can't help themselves for how they got their money, but they are insanely rich.
But yeah, real quick, tiny crash course. How is Squid Game capitalism? We're under the guise of fairness, even though some people are at massive advantages or disadvantages. Follow the rules, idiot. Just follow the rules. It's that simple. And you'll win. And if you don't, you die.
Wow.
The ultra rich are in actual control. They actually control everything. Police are in power because they control violence. That is the power they have. That's all government ever. You know that? You know that's just a real rule? Is
there any government that actually works?
Not perfectly, no.
There could be, but no.
On the moon. I look at the moon and I see a perfect society.
We would have to create a brand new country for it to work perfectly.
Even that, I don't know if it's possible to make a government that works.
Well, perfectly. Okay, perfectly is a...
It's a subjective thing.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's subjective, so it's a hard thing to...
Some people think libertarianism is perfect. Do you need me to tell you about this?
Is it relevant right now?
Not really.
Yeah, it's subjective, so it's hard to say what would... Subjective, so it's hard to say what is perfect and what isn't perfect. So, I guess there is no perfect government. But we can definitely get close. Much closer than where we are now.
Oh, yeah.
Because God is just everything awful.
That's just the whole show, is just criticizing what's wrong with what we have right now, both in the US and in South Korea.
I love how we have shows that show us and tell us what is wrong with governments. It never changes anything.
Never changes anything.
Ever.
Yeah.
Why don't we listen to that stuff?
Well, we are.
Well,
but But we're not in power.
And we probably won't be.
We could take the power, but, well, not just the two of us.
No, not the two of us. Honestly, I feel like if there's any generation that's going to take power, it would be ours.
I sure fucking hope so.
I do too.
I feel like the internet helps a lot. Like a lot. Just being in the information age.
Here's the bad thing about the internet. It has led to change.org. And it has led to people genuinely believing that will make a difference. And we both know change.org does nothing.
Violence makes a difference.
It does.
Okay,
but
don't go out enacting violence for no reason. I'm just saying, France knows what's going on. You know,
The closest we've ever gotten to changing even a small portion of our government was when we started rioting.
Yeah.
Last year, was it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They only started budging when
And
shit
even
started
then,
getting bad.
it took that much for them to start to budge.
Yeah, and it wasn't a big budge, like, at all.
And
at
even
all,
then, the president even threatened the people who were rioting. Who just that's a whole topic on itself, but just God.
I could see Trump being a VIP.
Oh yeah, 100%. Actually, he fits very well into one of those spots.
Oh yeah, easy.
Who else?
The VIPs are Donald Trump, Jeffrey Bezos, Elon Musk, Mark Zuckerberg, Kim Jong-un.
Elon, I don't know if Elon fits in there. He's not a terribly bad
Yeah,
guy.
he's pretty bad.
As
Maybe not
opposed
as
to
bad as
everyone else.
He's pretty bad. You need to catch up on your Elon lore.
That's true. I don't know a ton about him.
It's only gotten worse.
Has it? Okay, well then that may be true.
Okay, yeah. We don't need to catch up on Elon lore on the podcast. But
to be fair, when you have that much money, you didn't get that much. Like you said earlier, you didn't get that much from being a good person.
That's right.
Yeah. Although, yeah, I mean, like in Guy Hunt's case, he didn't get that money from being a good person.
That's right.
He had to kill people
to get it. And he hates that.
He does hate it, which makes him a better person. But it doesn't make him a good person for doing it. Because he came back to the games knowing he and other people would die. Which gets me, that's actually something I wanted to bring up. Imagine you're one of these people in a ton of debt, and you have no way to pay it back.
Mm-hmm.
Would you actually go through with Squid Games?
It's your only option. That's the point.
But it's not.
But it kind of is. Because outside, it's still hell.
Outside is hell, but you have a choice.
You're not going to get any help.
You're not going to get help, but you have a choice. You can keep living.
Oh, you have a choice. You can consent to it. You can consent to, the games. Is my laptop about to die? No. You can consent to the games, but do you actually have a choice?
But, yes. I mean, it is a lot of money on the line. I just want to know your opinion. You are in an insane amount of debt.
The people didn't have a choice. That's what I said.
I'm not talking about the people. You.
Me?
You specifically, with your mindset right now. You're in a ton of debt, and someone's offering you almost $100 million. Yeah, a ton of debt that you cannot escape. Like, let's say you're in $50 million worth of debt.
Yeah, I probably feel like it's my only real choice, is trying.
Full well knowing you're probably going to die.
Yeah.
The chances are severely high that you're going to die.
It's either die a slow, cold death, or die...
How many?
Like Squid Game.
There was like 500 people, basically.
Yeah, there were about 500. 400
So
No, there's literally 456.
Was he the last one? Yeah. Oh, okay. So you have a 1 in 456 chance.
Yeah.
And that's just like basic chance percentages. That's not including like if you have a disability.
Mm-hmm.
Or if you're not as strong or smart as someone. Like, that makes it more complicated, but just in general, you have a 140... Shit. I suck with numbers. 456 chance. You want to know? That's a 0.2% chance.
Jesus Christ.
0.22% chance that you will actually win. And of course, that raises every time you move on to a new game.
Mm-hmm.
But even still...
How far do you think you would get?
Red light, green light, I figured out what was going on.
I could win red light, green light.
I would be traumatized. Yeah, I could definitely win that one. Did I close all the games? I did.
I could so long as I didn't choose the umbrella, I could win the honeycomb. If I chose the umbrella, I'd die.
Yeah, even the star, I don't feel confident with the star.
But yeah. What's the third game? Tug of War?
Tug of War is the third game.
That's team dependent.
Could you win the recruiting game?
You do eventually.
Well, that's only if you keep playing. He does do everything he can to keep you playing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like red light, green light, I could win. Honeycomb. Okay, so did you actually, like, in your mind, did you pick one?
Yeah, I picked the star.
You did.
Yeah.
I picked the star.
I
was like,
star isn't that bad, actually. It's just, it takes some doing. I feel like...
It does.
I just have a feeling I would die at honeycomb. I just fuck it up somehow. You know?
That one might actually get me, yeah.
But yeah, tug of war is team dependent. Marbles is opponent dependent. Bridge, you have no Bridge is luck.
It is, well, unless you're towards the back.
Yeah.
Marbles, it depends who I was paired with.
Yeah.
But, okay, say if it was me and you paired up, like, both of us want to survive.
Mm-hmm.
So we just couldn't come to an agreement.
No.
So we would probably both die.
No, I think we just figure out a game to play and just say, okay, well, GG's.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, fair enough. Like, whoever wins wins. That is the only fair way. We both feel terrible about it, but we made it that far. One of us is about to die anyway.
Mm.
So why not stick it out?
I'd probably be salty and be like, I hope you die the next round, you fucking...
I don't feel like you would be.
I'd probably be more just...
You would obviously be upset. I would be upset that I lost. I was like, oh my god, I'm about to die. But I wouldn't go back on it. Because, I mean...
No, I don't know if I'd go back on
There's only 2 ways out of that situation.
Yeah.
3, technically. You don't play the game, and you both die. You play the game...
Which is what the husband and wife should have done.
They should have. You play the game, one person wins, one person dies. Or you revolt.
Yeah.
Which nobody did.
Now, we might be like, hey man, you want to try and get this guy's gun?
That's what I would do.
Yeah.
If I was in that situation, I feel like that's what I would do. Which, of course, that throws away your chance of getting the money, most likely, but... I mean...
Yeah.
Or, actually... No, I don't know. I would probably revolt. There's no other way that we both could potentially live.
You know how they give you just a gift card with all the money?
Let's pause for 1 second. And we're back.
Are we?
Yeah, actually.
All right.
So you were talking
Hope
about
you guys
gift
had
cards.
a good time. See you.
So you mentioned gift cards.
Yeah, you know how they gave Gi-hun just a gift card with $89 million on it?
Well, they gave him a bank account, and it was a debit card. But yeah,
How fucking scared would you be having that debit card in your wallet, bro?
I would not be scared.
Bro, what if you lost it?
It's your bank account.
Okay, whatever.
You just go to the bank. Well, I don't know how it works in South Korea, but I'm assuming they have banks, just how we have here. And if you lose your card, you just go to your bank.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a lot of money on one card, though.
Gi-hun's really handsome. Especially when his face is really thin like
handsome?
that.
I wouldn't say really handsome.
Oh, I'd absolutely say really handsome.
I don't know. Like, as compared to, Sae-byuk,
Okay, well, that's a bit different now.
I would say she's very pretty,
She's gorgeous,
very
yeah.
gorgeous. But you're saying Gi-hun is very handsome, which is kind of on the same.
Unless he has red hair.
He's not.
Then
very,
he's horrendous.
No, he's good looking. I agree with that. I would not say very handsome.
Well, that's you.
I know that's me.
Junho's very cute.
Okay. I will just take your word for it.
And Il-nam looks very good in his old age.
Alright, let's talk more about Il-nam real quick.
Okay.
Since we're nearing the end, we need to talk about the plot twist more now.
I kind of said what I wanted to say about it.
No, okay, what I want to say.
Yeah.
How do you feel about what he did? Do you think... Obviously, it was horrible that he killed that many people.
Mm-hmm.
But also, He was depressed from being bored with no way out of it.
I think he said, you know what's in common between poor people and rich people? His life becomes meaningless and miserable. He's not really accounting for the struggle and daily fight for survival that poor people have to go through. So that's a little, like, fuck you.
Also, he chose to be in the game for fun, knowing he wouldn't die, whereas all the poor people did that because that was their, like you said, their only option out of their debt.
It's just... No, I don't forgive him for that.
I don't think it's forgivable.
It's like...
That's not what I was implying, that it was forgivable.
No, I know.
Just that if you put yourself in his situation, you have that much money.
I would never do something like that.
I know. I'm saying you have that much money and you got to the point where you did do that.
This is just a different person now.
That is a different person. Fair enough. Just being that rich is a problem. And if it was that much of a problem for him,
he could give it away.
That's what I was about to say. Why not just give the money away rather than doing that?
Yeah. You know, that's a great question, Casey.
Also, speaking of giving money away,
Thank you.
No.
Okay.
I believe it was Elon Musk. Yeah, it was Elon Musk. He said he would donate, very recently, he said he would donate $6 billion worth of his company's share if the World Hunger Organization, I think that's what it is. Anyway, something that fights world hunger, provides proof on how that money will help.
Yeah, he's done this like thrice now.
Has he?
Not just with World Hunger Organization. He'll throw up like a ridiculous amount of money and then give an either not possible thing to do.
It's an ultimatum, right?
Yeah. Or something that's like...
But the thing is, it's...
subjective.
It's possible. Because all he's asking is for that organization to tell him exactly what they're going to do with that money and how it will actually cure world hunger.
Yeah, he's not going to give that money. Because they're going to say something, if they say something, and he'll just go, no, that won't work.
That's true, yeah. I do feel like he will do that.
He's done this multiple times.
But what gets me
is, asshole.
Have they even tried to reply to that?
I don't know.
Because I don't think they have. They also had like $9 billion last year. And they're still trying to fight world hunger.
Yeah. Shit sucks.
I feel like someone's gaining a lot off of that.
Oh, yeah.
Whoever's in charge, or what group of people are in charge, they're probably super rich.
I'm just gonna put Gihun's face as the thumbnail. You know the face, the mean face.
Why not that face with it squished?
With the squish? No. Or I'll stretch it out.
Make it even squishier.
And I'll put the cheat sheet as the image for the video.
Yeah, I feel like that's good.
Yeah.
So
what have you been up to, Casey?
Just school, really.
Just school?
I really should be working on my final project. I have 1 month left, and I've barely done anything.
Oh.
I really should be working on it. But I am a bad procrastinator. And I just not been in the mood.
Well, this isn't helping, is it?
No, it's really not. But yeah, this next month is going to be super busy because I will be doing that.
I just realized I put Minyo's name is lower than the others. Stop! There's music playing. You don't know if it's gonna match.
That's not true. Jun-ho is also.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure Il-nam's is also lower too.
Well, I just fucked the whole thing up.
It's hard to tell because we're kind of crooked right now, looking at the screen.
Yeah.
But we're at 113, 114.
All right.
You know, it's probably longer than that on the video because you edited it. You added in stuff.
Yeah, you're right. Shit, man.
Yeah.
This is a good podcast. This was a good one.
Yeah, G.
I enjoyed talking about Squid Games with you, Casey.
Yeah, and
Hopefully we can get a goddamn guest in next time.
Very,
Actually, you know what? Fuck it.
very hungry.
Nah, next video coming out. It's gonna be a test for the capture card.
Will it even be a test? All we really got to do is plug it in and record. Can't be that complicated.
Well, like, we're not gonna start off with a whole Let's Play or something. I'm saying, like, let's just play some sets of, like, Nick Brawl and Rivals of Evil.
That's what I assumed we'd be doing.
And just, we'll do that.
Yeah. And then we could just talk while we play.
Yeah, that's the point.
Well, I mean, rather than, like, us talk about Nick while we play, we just talk about whatever.
Yeah.
Kind of like how we do here.
That's a groundbreaking stuff.
I'm not saying it's groundbreaking.
Yeah. No,
I just didn't know if you wanted to do that or if you actually wanted to talk about the game we were playing.
I'm sure it'll come up, but no, we can talk about
It's
whatever.
definitely gonna come up because something's funny. Something funny is gonna happen.
Yeah. Oh my god, that spike. Whoa. Whoa.
Wow.
Whoa.
Wow.
God damn.
Poggeroni.
Oh my god.
I've never said that word.
Okay.
Nor has anyone?
Probably not.
No.
Maybe that's the first time someone's ever said something, Casey.
Could be.
And it's recorded on the internet forever. Digital footprint.
I bet you I could just Google it and find something.
God damn, I really hope we get a fucking guest next time.
Yeah, we were supposed to have one guest and he canceled, and one other person was considering, but he didn't want to, or he was
Unable
busy.
to.
Unable to. Yeah, he was busy.
We're not losers. We have friends.
Speak for yourself.
We're the No More Heroes of podcasts.
I thought you were wearing a No More Heroes shirt.
I almost did, but it was dirty.
That jacket is, though.
Dirty?
No More Heroes.
No, it's not. It just
It's
looks like
No
it.
More Heroes-esque.
It is esque, yes.
What was I looking at? Oh yeah, Poggeroni. How?
Oh my god.
I don't even know how to spell pepperoni. So
Poggeri. No. Poggeri.
I'm just nope. Literally nothing.
Let me
came up.
see it. Let me see it. Make sure I spelled it right. No. Instead of an O after the G, first you need two G's. And after the G, you need an E instead.
Fine. Here.
This is...
Poggeroni. Literally nothing.
This is the... Let me see it.
There's Poggerino though.
Yeah, that's how you spell it.
What's Poggerino?
This is...
There's Pooperoni.
You.
Yeah.
We can stop.
We could stop, but we're not.
I don't want to talk about this.
Oh, Poggerino is just... It's just a wine. How boring.
Yeah.
Pikachu-aroni.
Let's get drunk next podcast. No.
I feel like that would be fairly easy considering our tolerances are low. Because we don't drink.
You don't know that.
We don't drink. It's going to be low. We have no...
You don't drink.
You don't drink.
I drink.
You don't drink.
What? Casey, first, how do you even know this?
Because we lived together.
Yeah, and
The entire time we lived together, you had like 1 or 2 beers.
I don't like beer.
And a seltzer.
I don't like seltzer either, it turns out.
Yeah. Well, the beer you got was flavored, so it wasn't too bad.
No, that was... Well, it was beer in that same alcohol content, but it was a Smirnoff, right?
People who drink alcohol because they like the taste of it, like Jaeger.
Like me.
Why?
Oh, you mean alcohol, like the taste
Hard.
of alcohol?
Hard
Yeah,
alcohol.
that's crazy. It couldn't be.
Like vodka?
No, I like drinks that
Just-
taste good.
Yeah. I don't get it. And what I hate is when people say it's an acquired taste.
I don't want to acquire it then.
Why would you do that to yourself?
I don't know.
Like, I get you drank beer for the buzz, right? You drink beer to get buzzed,
Which is a poor idea.
and then you acquire a taste for it by doing that. It is a poor idea. But
Drink
there are
something
some
stronger.
there are some people who just have eaten or drink something just to acquire a taste for it. I don't get it.
Ridiculous. You know, I don't even like coffee, really.
You know, I used to not... Okay, I grew up drinking coffee even when I was a kid.
Mm-hmm.
Probably not good for me, but whatever. I never really liked it until I figured out what I liked at Starbucks. So I would try like lattes or iced frappuccinos and be like, that tastes terrible. Why would you like that? And then I figured out that I like a white chocolate mocha.
Oh, I like that too.
And now I get it every time I go to Starbucks, which is like once or twice a week, maybe.
Damn.
Well, I mean, I'm in college. It's convenient.
I tolerate coffee.
I can't make my own to the point where I like it as much as Starbucks. And every other coffee shop I've gone to, they can't make it like Starbucks. It's never as sweet as Starbucks. Yeah. So they know what they're doing. There's a reason they're so popular.
All right.
Yeah. I don't think we have much else to talk about.
Nope. Look forward to commissioned art for the thumbnails from now on after this episode. That will be finished soon.
Yeah, and look forward for this podcast to have some visuals now with a capture card.
Oh.
After this episode.
I thought you were saying I thought you were forcing me to put pictures and videos.
Absolutely not. That is more effort than it's worth right now.
No. And I'm not going to call capture card footage podcast. That'll be something else.
Yeah.
Also,
okay.
I should really be uploading these to like SoundCloud or something. Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe. Is SoundCloud... Well, we could talk about this after the podcast.
No, we're talking about it right now.
Okay, well, is SoundCloud like YouTube where you can just come across stuff? I don't know anything about SoundCloud.
Like, some people do that, but I don't... We'll see. It's just... It'd probably be better to have an audio-only option.
You know?
I don't know what.
Since it's so easy to just record stuff on my laptop, I was thinking about starting just a gaming channel.
Yeah.
Like,
Well,
I have
on your
my,
own?
Yeah, on my own.
Yeah, go for it.
That way it picks up. Hopefully. I will also use TikTok as a way for it to pick up. Because TikTok is if you can get something viral, it gets to people.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I gotta figure out how to do all that. And maybe I'll actually find out how to do video editing on this laptop.
Well, anyway, drop your Twitter at.
I don't even know mine.
I don't think I need to. I think whoever watches this already knows it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know mine genuinely.
Well, I guess that's all we need to say.
Yeah, now we can talk about hot dogs.
Squid Game's really good, guys. Very much enjoyed it.
Yeah, I mean, we don't really have to tell them it's very good. If they've made it this far listening to it,
they've probably seen it.
They've probably seen it.
Anyway.
Yeah, okay. Well, that was fun.
I don't know how to end it.
I know how to end it.
Yeah?
Yeah. Play Minecraft.
Row, fight the power. Please hit the button.
We one day will upload a Minecraft thing.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, of me speedrunning, like we said.
Yeah, we will do that.
Yeah, and you will not hate it.
No, I love watching you flounder.
Yeah. Okay, well, goodbye, guys. Have a wonderful weekend.
I'm gonna upload this on Monday. Just to fucking... No, I'll upload it as soon as I can.
I mean, it is midweek right now.
See you guys.
Bye.
Hope you enjoy.
Have a beautiful time.